Ooh, yeah. It's the funny hair stage. Hi, everybody. Hi, Marilyn. Good morning. How are you? So, just welcome everyone to part 20 of our journey through Susun Weed's Healing Wise. And we are getting there. So that's good. That's good. Yeah. I can't believe there's like 20 parts to this. I did not read this section this week. Haha. And I'm looking for it right now. Although, what are we reading? So we were going to read The Holistic Tradition Heals the Masses and the heroic tradition heals the masses, and the heroic tradition from the far corners of the earth. And possibly the heroic healers knows best. I really want to get to, hi Silverwell, good morning. How are you? I really want to get to heroic herbalism. Yeah, I think that would be a good section. And that's it. Like we only have we might be able to kill the heroic tradition this week. Finish it. But we'll see. We're just zooming on. If anyone has any ideas for the next book, please let me know. Comments below, Facebook group. I'm gonna put up a poll on the Facebook group. I had some suggestions from someone at work as well. So Heather, good morning. Heather, I just wanted to say that I looked into SteamYard. I did a deeper look, and it looks super easy. I just don't know whether I need to launch it from SteamYard or from YouTube. But anyway, so that's a side. But Heather, it looks super easy, and I don't think we're gonna have any problems. But we'll do a test. Hello, Walking My Path. Welcome. I am quite new to the channel, but love anything to do with working with herbs. Awesome! Thanks for joining us. Launch from SteamYard. Thanks, Art and Tarot by D. Thanks, D. Okay, cool. Oh, Maggie and Lilith are going to the vet. At the vet getting spayed. Awesome. That's awesome, Heather. I'm gonna catch the other kitty. Have you named the other kitty? So I'm really glad. My connection is evil. So am I still, guys? Let me know. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yes, good, great, awesome. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome. Blippy here. Yeah. Okay, it should be fine. Now. So we are going to continue reading our read through of Healing Wise by Susun Weed. We are on the heroic tradition. We did the wise woman tradition, as everyone knows, and now we're on the heroic tradition, which is quite different. Heather says, I was thinking Sindri or Chevron or Merlin. Wow, I like Merlin. I probably mispronounced Cinder. Thank you. Okay, I thought that's what you meant. Okay. Nice. Chiron. Okay. They're all good. Those are all good names. Yeah. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. So, okay, yeah. So he'll choose. Okay. See which ones he likes best. That sounds good. Right. Okay. So, we are doing the heroic tradition. We're almost done with it. It's very different from our wise woman tradition, and these are all for anyone new here. A little background. These are all sort of like ideas about how to look at health and healing. And then we'll go further on with our talk about nettles. We're still talking about nettles because we don't have, you know, I keep working on Thursdays. We have the shorter lives and everything else, blah, blah, blah. But we're still talking about nettles. So we'll continue that discussion. And I'm just going to, what I do is I just read. So you don't have to have the book. If you want, I've got links below. It's not that expensive. It's like $12. And yeah, walking my path, gotta love nettles. Yeah, nettles are awesome. So, but I didn't read it this week, so I didn't read the sections. Haha. Because it's been kind of crazy as usual, but probably even more crazier. So yeah, if anyone has like any questions, any discussion questions you want us to answer, and then let us know. Let the group know in the comments as I go through here. So we're gonna look at the heroic tradition heals the masses. It's on page 55 for anyone who has the book. This is the book again. So with knowledge of the rules of the means to eternal life and perpetual health, the heroic traditions are concerned with helping the masses, with saving the people. Remedies and techniques which affect the broad range of people are preferred over individualized treatments in the heroic tradition. So that's definitely a departure from the wise woman tradition, because the wise woman tradition is all about individual treatment. Everyone's an individual, and so you all have to have your own, you know, different people. Unicorn come. So yes, that's different. This is sort of like yeah, cookie cutter. Combinations of substances such as different herbs and flower essence, or herbs and vitamins, and the combinations of techniques. The business cards of many heroic healers list 6 or more techniques they specialize in, are believed to expand the scope of the remedy and ensure it to affect the largest number of people. These combinations become closely guarded secrets, patent medicines. And some people may have heard of patent medicines. Heather. The result of such combinations, however, is often confusion in the patient as to what was effective, thus keeping him or her hooked on the patent remedy. Right, so like there's the idea if you take like a whole bunch of things, you don't know what works. So even though like you want to get better, and it's hard not to try a lot of things at once, it's better if you can just sort of try one thing and see how it goes. And but this is not the idea of the heroic tradition. So, okay, we're on the heroic tradition from the far corners of the earth. Ad copy. We travel to the far corners of the earth, gathering herbs to cleanse your system. Picture, in the form of a youthful, though gray-haired white male, and in the background, a kindly herb gatherer, also male, but older, smaller, and with darker skin. So substances and occult techniques are favored in the heroic tradition. So does anyone know of any, does this remind anyone of any like type of, has anyone gone to maybe a doctor or practitioner that might have, you think might have practicing the heroic tradition? And if so, what did you think of the experience? So let's see. Rare substances and occult techniques are favored in the heroic tradition. Anything hard to get, foreign, rare, or out of the ordinary is praised in the heroic tradition. And so also on that note, what are some things that are like right now would fall into that category, like herbs or supplements or like either that would be, so I'm thinking about superfoods as one thing. They're rare, they're foreign, they're not from this country, they're hard to get, and they're expensive. So is there anything else that you guys think that might fall into this category? That sort of is not everyday medicine that you can just get. You have to go to South America to get it or something. Secrets abound among heroic healers. The cost of these things, of course, compensate with their availability. But then in the heroic tradition, we do not expect to achieve good health cheaply. Health and happiness are rare, claim the heroic tradition. We must search ceaselessly for them. We must endure hardships to find them. We must earn them. They are costly prizes. Health and happiness are not given freely as grace in the heroic tradition. They are priceless treasures, closely guarded treasures, which must be wrestled from the universe with struggle. So we didn't work for it. It just doesn't work, guys. We must fight for them, and we can only win them by resisting and countering with all of our natural tendencies. Health and happiness must be taken by force from a universe which offers mostly pain and sickness, negativity and dirt, chaos and imbalance. Art and Tracy by D. I wish I knew a doctor that practiced alternative medicine. Walking my path wrested from the universe. Yeah, you're just like, no, give me the health, give me the health. D, there's it depends on your area, and it can be there can be a shortage of doctors that practice a more holistic medicine. I go see an integrative medicine doctor. They do both. Very pricey. They don't take, the insurance doesn't cover anything. If you can find an herbalist or even acupuncturist or chiropractor, those all, I'm I'm just lucky to live in an area where there's so many of that. But even when I lived in an area where you'd have to drive an hour to get to a place, there was still, I could still find one. So, but they can be hard to find, definitely. And you often don't know whether they're good or not. I had definitely had an experience with the only herbalist in this area. And it took me a while to figure out that she just wasn't helping me. She wasn't very good. She, so, but of course that could be, it could happen in an area with lots of herbalists or lots of healthcare practitioners. So, and sometimes they're also hard to find. Like, they're not on the web. You can't just search for them. But anyway, but a doctor. Okay. Yeah. So, you're looking at, an integrative medicine doctor. I would Google that, and, see what comes up. And you might have to drive far away, an hour or so, but they're out there. I think there are more than there's ever before. So I think that's a good thing. So Heather says, I saw a nutritionist that didn't even know you could eat dandelions or its nutritional benefits. Yeah, Heather, it's just Yeah, that's possible because of our relationship with our relation. My feet get so cold, I have to put the heating pad, wrap them around. Anyway, but yeah, it's because of our relationship with the plants have been so we're so estranged from them that, you know, I mean, dandelion is one of the plants listed on the weed killer. So, and that's what we're working towards, you know, to educate people and say, hey, you can eat those dandelions. They're good for you. Silver Willow says, we have a natural food store that doesn't have a doctor per se, but they do have someone who would test your blood and discuss nutrients and stuff you need. They are always very informative in health. That's awesome, Silver Willow. You're very lucky to have that. That they have the ability to do that. Walking my path, everyone wants to kill the poor dandelions. I know. And when I see the commercials for those weed killers, I just like cringe, and I'm like, oh no, you don't want to kill them. You want to just let them do this thing, and you want to eat them, and you want to use them, and it's like the opposite. It's so bizarre of how good they are for you, and how like the cultures demonize them. Anyway. Yes, save the weeds, Heather. Yes, definitely. Save the weeds. All right. So I guess we'll read this one more part and then go into nettles. And then next week we will finish the heroic tradition and move into the scientific tradition, which is the last tradition in this book. Woohoo! So Will and my parents kept wanting to bush hog areas in my yard. I got wild plants growing in there. No, don't say no. Just say no. I know. So my parents had. I was looking for jewelweed, and one year I finally found it in my parents' yard, growing by their stream, and it was so much jewelweed. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. So I wasn't able to get any, so I was waiting till the next year, and by the time the next year rolled around, my dad had totally like decimated it, you know, because it's just was overgrown, and I was like, no, what was that? But I mean, it's okay because I don't have the land. We don't have the land anymore, so but just say no. Just say no. Yeah, it's blooming right now. The jewelweed should be out now, and it's so I haven't really to process because it's the juice that does the thing of the jewelweed and the poison ivy, and so that's kind of hard to preserve. You can freeze it in ice cubes in the freezer, and I think you can make a shelf-stable preparation using alcohol. So, good morning, Marge. Hello. Haven't seen you in like 4 evs. How are you? I mean, I've seen you in other chats, but yeah. Hey, what's up? You made it. So it's a little trickier to, but yeah, I think you can put alcohol in it and it'll preserve it. But you know, if you didn't want to do the ice cube thing, I think you're supposed to make something called a succus with it. But anyway, I really haven't dove into it yet because I haven't had I didn't have the plants. But my friend has the plans. I think next year we're going to do it. We're going to do something with the jewel weed. So we won't have this land anymore past the end of the year. Just can't get financed. Oh no! Do you have to sell it? Oh, you've been really sick. I'm so sorry. You had 2 surgeries, Marge. I'm so sorry. I hope you're doing better. That's going to be tough. So yeah. No, it's okay that I understand why you haven't been around. I was off YouTube myself for a whole year when I was sick. So yeah, I do hope you're feeling better. Oh, you didn't have them yet. Okay. Well, definitely lots of luck and good wishes for your surgeries. Remember to bring a stuffed animal in the hospital for luck. So it's very important. No matter how old you are, get a stuffed animal. So to keep you company, because it give you stuffed animals just don't give little kids courage. It gives big kids, it gives their inner child courage. So yeah, when I had my surgery, we had 2 stuffed animals, and that was a piece of advice I got, and it was very very important. Let's see. Okay, you said we're renting and we're supposed to buy, but it hasn't worked out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope you do find a place that works out for you. That's tough. You collect bat plushies? Nice. We'll definitely get you a special bat plushie, or bring your favorite one with you, because it makes, if you haven't been in the hospital before, makes a difference. So yeah. So the heroic healer knows best. So guys who have been through the wise woman tradition, let us know what's the main difference between the wise woman tradition healer and the heroic tradition healer. Because in the heroic tradition, disease begins in the spiritual realm, moves through the emotional realm, and finally manifests in the physical realm. The enlightened and aware heroic being never gets sick, never experiences pain, for sickness and pain imply that she is not only physically impure, but unmindful and possibly in spiritual trouble as well. In the heroic tradition, someone who is sick is no longer valid. They need help, and the help of someone who knows how to remove and avoid pain and sickness. They need someone to lay down the law and shape them up. Health and happiness are not easily available to the individual in the heroic traditions. Healers, helpers, and intermediaries who are wise and higher are needed. Tulsi tea. I've been addicted lately. So when we are thinking in the heroic tradition ways, we see the healer or helper as Big Daddy. Daddy makes the rules for us. She puts it in such an interesting way, doesn't she? Daddy makes the rules for us. Daddy decides on the punishments. Daddy tells us how to be in balance. Most of the time, this works just fine, but we don't always want to follow Daddy's rules. We haven't yet decided where we stand with Daddy either. We know he is mortal, though he claims not to be, and he is ever so much wiser than we are. Better play it safe and follow the rules. Big Daddy, LO. Yeah, I know, D, right? Oh my gosh. So, okay, so that's what we're going to read from the heroic tradition. Next week, we will read page 56, heroic herbalism, and then we're at the end. So hopefully my scanner will be working so I can put up the heroic tradition resources, and all the other stuff that I'm supposed to scan for the Facebook group. And then we will move on to the scientific tradition. Woohoo! And then there's sort of like we'll do like a recap. And we'll talk about green allies and some other stuff. I think it's in here. Did I skip it? Ah, okay, yeah. There's a recap first, which is really interesting, where she compares all the traditions and stuff like that. He says he doesn't play by the rules, but sometimes we're okay with that. You're so skinny today. Are you eating? Is that me? Yes, I'm eating. I am. I don't know if I lost any weight or not. It seems to kind of stay the same. So it's been tough lately, I gotta tell you. But yes, I am always eating. So okay. So we're going on to nettles. I can find them. Oh, there. I'm going to go to the other book. All right. So we were talking about nettle leaf and stalk. And we are going to talk. We're on page 172 for everyone who has the book. And nettle leaves and stalks are an everyday nourisher. Fresh young nettle is an excellent source of minerals, vitamins, and amino acids, protein building blocks. Her superb bioactive nutrients is readily absorbed by all soft tissue and working fluids, blood, lymph hormones, and neurotransmitters. This results in increased ease and energy in the operation of the circulatory, immune, endocrine, nervous, and urinary systems. Yes, I've got to get myself to have some nettles worked into my tea routine. I think that might really help me. Sister Spinster singing nettle is highly recommended for pregnant and lactating women. It's very high in calcium, and I think these are milligrams, but I'm not sure. So calcium 2,900, magnesium 860, trace minerals and chlorophyll 6 grams are extractable from a kilo of dry leaves. Heather says nettles always help. Yeah, I've been saying that for weeks, but it's hard for me to get down to the health food store. But maybe you'll be going on Friday, so except to get some oil. So maybe I'll get some nettles, make some tea. Singing nettles high in chromium 3.9, cobalt 13.2, iron 41.8, phosphorus 447. Sorry. Numbers indicate milligrams per 100 grams nettle herb. So they're all in milligrams, all these numbers. So Rule says, I miss having nettles. I don't have any here. Yeah, me too. My friend is growing a nettle patch. So one day that will be awesome and we can harvest them. But right now I get them from my health food store, my little local one. But you can order from mountainroseherbs.com. If you're interested in getting like very high quality, vetted, they source their, ethically sourced herbs. So I would definitely recommend them. If you don't know about mountainroseherbs.com, you gotta go. It's awesome. So this says, I'm hoping to make an order with Mountain Rose. Yeah, definitely. They're a little pricey on the shipping. That is an issue, but I try to just order like a bigger order as possible. Although with bulk herbs, you want to you want to order what you're going to use, or it sort of goes bad. So it's a little tricky with that, but usually have like a year for those. So well, maybe silver willow at your new place, you'll have nettles. So, or unless they just don't grow at all in your area, like they are very prolific. We don't have them here in Mayo, which is only a couple of counties away, but haven't seen. Oh, you had them. Okay, sorry. You could plant them. Get them from seed. If you can't find anything with any starter plants, you could plant them from seed. I'm sure they're fairly hardy, being, like I've seen whole hillsides covered in them. And it's one of those weeds, one of those plants that just grows. So I just don't know their growing requirements. But that could be one idea when you move. Just plant a patch and see what happens, or plant some in pots and then transplant them. Heather says, when you get settled into your new place, yeah. Oh, I'll send you a bag of nettle roots. Heather, that's awesome. That is so nice of you. They're said to grow in nitrogen-rich soil. In Mayo, they were growing where the rabbit poop was. That makes sense. So, like nice fertile ground. My friend has them sort of at the edge of like her wooded area, kind of part sun, shade. So, and also close to where she used to have her chickens. So possibly it's well fertilized there as well. So, okay. So all of these are in milligrams, guys. read. So that is 440 milligrams, potassium 1,750, zinc 4.7, copper and sulfur, as well as the B complex of vitamins, especially theanine 0.54 and riboflavin 0.43, and the keratones measured as vitamin A, it's 15,700 IUs. Nettle leaves and stalks also supply niacin 5.2, protein 10.2%, manganese 7.8, selenium 0.2, silicone 10.3, 10, 2.7, vitamin C complex measured as ascorbic acid 83, and vitamins D and K sodium levels 4.8 in nettles are quite low. So that is a lot. You're getting all of that. This is per 100 grams nettle herb. So I guess it's a dry herb. You're getting all of that, which is a lot. And, I mean, and it's good. We need all that. And a lot of times when we don't get it, we have to go get supplements. But if we can get it from the nettles, supplementing with nettles, that's awesome. It says, mine just grow beside my house on the northwest side. Yeah. So they get some cool area, I'm assuming, and some sun. I don't know where she has hers, my friend. I don't know the directions on the land, but Frequent use of nourishing sister stinging nettles as an infusion or cooked greens along with wise ways is recommended for those wanting to stabilize blood sugar, reset metabolic circuits to nourish weight, reduce fatigue and exhaustion, restore adrenal potency to lessen allergic and menopausal problems, and eliminate chronic headaches. Nettle is also a powerful preventative for those with hereditary susceptibility to rheumatic conditions. So that's pretty cool. So we're all let that out of the question regardless. Heather says, shaded roots, they took over. Yeah, that's what they do. They take over because they want you to to eat them, to use them. Yeah, that is tough, Silver Willow. That is tough. Okay, so these are the how the leaves and stalks are an energetic chart changer. So nettle not only changes energy with her stings. Yeah, she gives an herbal treatment to the entire energetic system, nerves, neurons, chakras, and subtle bodies. Nettle's sharp energy cuts loose old patterns. So this is the energetic nature of nettles. And actually I want to read from a different book after I read from this because it's talking about the same thing. Nettle's sharp energy cuts loose old patterns and reweaves connections. Her glowing green nourishment strengthens reception of planetary and galactic pulse patterns, thus allowing natural strengthening of individual energy and consequence strengthening of the immune system. Nettle is an ally which, combined with wise ways, can help the gradual healing of a person with chronic conditions such as Epstein-Barr virus, hay fever, allergies, lymphatic swellings, AIDS, nerve inflammations, including lumbago and sciatica, persistent headaches, high blood pressure, inexplicable lethargy, and exhaustion. That's what I have. Inexplainable, sorry. I have that, and nobody knows why. So, I've got digestive issues. There's a connection there, but I'm just so tired. It's really tough. It's really tough. And then when I have my period, it's worse, and that's what I've been going through this week. That's been my week where I had to work 3 days in a row, no recovery with period, and I am exhausted. Actually, I'm feeling much better right now because my period is almost done. So that's really good. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to the health food store on Friday and getting some nettles. The only thing is, like, it makes me pee. It's kind of a diuretic. I mean, it is a diuretic, so it kind of, like, I have to pee a lot. But that's okay though. I'm just gonna try it and see if it helps. Repeated bouts of flus and cold, hardening arteries, weakened veins, infertility, rheumatism, joint aches, continuous skin eruptions, and loss of nerve sensitivity. With the help of our sister spinster, stinging nettle, and our wise ways, we are abundantly nourished and so grow to encompass more and more of ourselves along the spiral way of transformation. Try a cup or 250 mLs of nettle infusion, or a half cup, 125 ml cooked fresh greens and pot liquor, or a teaspoon, 5 milliliters of juice every nice spring day for at least a month. It just seems like a general strengthener and nourisher to the whole body. Yeah, I know a lot of people who could use that right now. Our whole It's just we're all kind of depleted, I think, in a lot of ways. Oh, whoops, I'm buffering. No, you didn't. You've got cola on the keyboard? Oh no, I hope it's okay. It's shot. Okay, so not buffering. But I was buffering for Silver Willow. Okay. Yeah, a few more trips to the potty. Yeah. Is your keyboard okay, Heather? Oh no, that's not good. Sticky, sticky. Maybe because I'm in Florida and the hurricane's on the way, plus I'm trying to upload a video. That could do it. I hope you're not in the path of the hurricane, are you, Silver Willow? I heard it's gonna be a big one. But I did hear something interesting about NPR did a article about mangrove trees and how because of climate change, the mangroves are growing more north, but they're also creating this barrier, helping to buffer storms. It's really good for Florida. So the state is trying to work to protect them and really nurture them. Sharing the signal and yeah, bad winds aren't helping, Heather. Okay, so March says, I like this video. Periods plus menstruation, a spiritual perspective on. Oh, awesome. Okay, we'll have to go check that out. I have heard of teal swan. Just a warning. I think she has some good things that she says, but there are some things that are a little more controversial. So that's just my opinion about her in general. So, use your judgment when you're listening to her. But I don't believe that she doesn't have anything, nothing useful to say. So, yeah, we'll go check that out. Thanks, Marge. Yeah, thank you for suggesting that. Yeah. D, you're not a fan of Teal Swan? Yes. So she's a bit of a controversial figure, and she has said some things that okay, Silver, that's fine. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, good luck with the storm and the weather, and everything. So thank you for coming. So okay, this is your first introduction to teal. Okay, Marge. I don't know much about her to speak with authority, but some of the things she says, especially her stance on suicide, it's not great, in my opinion. But but I encourage you to do your research on her if you're interested, and so my introduction with her was through a podcast called Oh No, Ross and Carrie. And they do these investigations. They're like journalists. They're real great. They're real funny. They're real fun. They're not like stuffy or anything. And they go they went and they did they joined Scientology. They went to they went down to Costa Rica and they took ayahuasca and they had this whole they tell you about their whole experience and it's a really great podcast. They have a whole thing on teal swan. So if you're interested in knowing some more about her, it's called Oh No, Ross and Carrie. And March joins on. Well, they didn't become Scientologists, but for the investigation. So, Dee says, she reminds me of Kristen Stewart, very stiff, lack of personality, seems like fake AF. Yeah, yes. That is how she appears to me as well. But I would be interested to see what she says in that video, Marge, because she still might have something that is useful. So, I don't want to like totally poo-poo this suggestion. But Oh No, Ross and Carrie podcast. It's fantastic. So they do ghost hunting, they do laughter yoga, they go and they do it all, and they research, and it's interesting, really, really interesting. They join all these churches that I've never heard of. They go to they join the flat earthers, and they, Ross does, he goes and he went off and they did like these huge collaborative experiments to try to prove that the earth was indeed flat. So, all this stuff. They went to do numerology. Anyway, yes. So I really, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Heather. Thank you for the link. That's the link to Oh No, Ross and Carrie. I love them. So, tea. This is a podcast with them attending a Teal Swan group. Yeah, they do a whole thing on her. And also they link to which I haven't listened to yet. It's trying to get to what it's called. The Gateway. So The Gateway is another podcast. It's 6 episodes. It's all on Teal Swan. So if you want to even dive deeper into the Teal Swan rabbit hole, you can with that. But I would start with Ross and Carrie. They have the guy that did the podcast on their show at some point. So, but anyway. Cool. Oh, yeah. I was going to read, oh my gosh. I was going to read we were talking about energetics of nettles, right? And hold on, I'll be right back. So this is from the Illustrated Herbary, which is a lovely book and oracle card system, which I've read from before, but should do some of the I was like, oh, spreads are in the back of this. So let's look up our friend Nettle. 144. I don't know if I read this one here or not. So this is nettle. Oh no, you're having a hot flash? If you're like super hot, it's probably a hot flash. My mom used to have us like, okay, so this is what the oracle card would look like. So my mom would have to, when she had a hot flash, we were in the middle of winter and it was freezing and we were in the car and she had us roll down all the windows and turn on the air conditioner. Like, it was insane. And then mom's like, I did not do that. I don't remember that. I'm like, you totally did. So that's like my main hot flash memory. So, so it's pay attention. And so this is talking about the same thing that Susun Weed was talking about, which is the energetics of the plant. Oh, Mom, yeah, we were cold. It wasn't too long, which was good. If we do not know the names of the plants around us, if we do not acknowledge the individualistic curl of a leaf or creep of a rhizome, they all run together and look like a wall of greenery. That's when we humans start to generalize, lumping anything with a showy flower into a category of weed. Nettle will have none of this. Pay attention, she admonishes. We are all different, all unique. When you acknowledge Nettle's individuality and treat her with thoughtful respect, she'll let you close. But forget yourself and you won't forget her sting. Nettle reminds you to see individuality and treat the world around you accordingly. If Nettle is pricking you, pause and pay attention. So that is a little bit from that one. And I could read the ritual and the reflection of it if you guys are interested. You can do this on your own time, which is cool. More things to post up on the Facebook group. Oh my gosh. So this is the ritual, true seeing. Nettle says, see me, and really, isn't that what each of us wants? To be seen and acknowledged. Make this your ritual today. See the people around you as unique individuals. Walk through the world with presence, acknowledging in your heart your family, the people with whom you work or study, the folks standing in line with you at the market. In your mind, say 2 unique things about every person you meet. When you slip into your internal world, that place where other people become a bit blurry, consciously pull yourself back to being externally present. As you focus outward, imagine every cell in your body being aware of the details of the life around you. So that is a ritual you guys can do if you're interested. That's pretty cool. And this is a reflection. Who is unseen? Nettle medicine is both vast and functional. She gives us the building blocks needed not only for the human body, but for healthy soil. Because she's not showy or flashy, she's not often grown in the garden, and her sting pushes her to the outskirts of civilization. But once known, she is beloved. Are there entire groups of people relegated to the outskirts of your consciousness? Older folks often feel like they're no longer seen as individuals, and the whole group of people are often lumped together under the title of their race, ethnicity, or affiliation. Now last, who has become invisible to you? She reminds you of the gifts you're missing when you stop seeing individuality. Yeah, so this book is really cool. And I have cards too. But I wanted to add that in, as something that is a little bit of a different, a supplemental material for everything. So All right, guys. So what is it? It's 11:53. Does anyone have anything to add about what we were talking about today? So we're probably I'll probably have to go soon. Butterflies love her. Awesome. That's good. Like if you want some butterflies in your garden, you can plant it there. Oh, thanks, Marilyn. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a cookie. They lay their eggs on them as a host plant. Oh, I did not know that. I did not know. Does it hurt them? Marge says, if I had a garden, I'd attract wildlife to it for sure. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Although if you had a garden, like you're just automatically probably getting wildlife eating your garden, whether you want it or not. Good things about clover lawns. Yes, definitely. Clovers are really great, and they're also medicinal. The red clovers are also medicinal, and I think they give back to the soil much better than grass. Oh no, they're caterpillars munch away. Okay, cool. Oh, hold on, I'll be back. Cookie. Ginger cookie. I'm trying to keep my sugar down, but it's tough, when I'm tired, so. Oh yeah, they're yummy. Very, very yummy. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me. And actually, everyone, thanks for the discussion. I think it was a good one today. Yeah, so next week, which is September 5th, yeah, we'll continue with, we'll wrap up the heroic tradition. Yay, ginger snaps. And we will truck on with nettles. Yeah, we've got quite a bit to still cover with the nettles. So so we're not done. We're not talking about it. I mean, we're not done talking about it. You can see I'm getting tired. It was good to have you too, Marge. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Yes, I agree with Heather. I hope the surgeries help. And I hope you feel better. Sometimes surgery is necessary, unfortunately. But it's, for a reason. So, take care. Yes, Heather. Oh my gosh. Blabbly stage. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you have a good Thursday, good weekend, good week. And see you guys next week, same time, 11 a.m. So yeah, post any of your questions or comments in the comments below, or in the Facebook group, or email me and everything. So oh yeah, my magic can't do this, Marge. Yeah, yes. Like I said, I like to say that you don't want to have an acupuncturist operating on you. So sometimes you need that good old Western medicine is fantastic at doing things like that, at surgery, at diagnostic work, looking inside you. It's amazing. And if you have that, or if you have a a diagnosis or more information, then you can take that to any acupuncturist, any herbalist, any kind of practitioner, and they can use that to help help you. If you wanted, because then after that you have a choice whether to do conventional Western medicine or you can do alternative or herbal. So yes, so gotta sleep 9 a.m. Is it? I would love to take a nap today, but I have 4 days off, so that'll be good. So I'll have time to rest one of those days. Yes, thank you guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye.